Hi there. Welcome to the live stream. Live Q&A with nednednerB, the schizophrenic, about schizophrenia. Sorry about that. I see some people trickling in, seeing the live stream link out there. If you have any questions, please pop them into the chat there and let me know what your experience of schizophrenia is. What do you know about it? What are you curious about? What are you interested in regarding schizophrenia? Because that's probably why you're clicked on this live stream. So what are your thoughts? And ask any questions that you have. And so feel free to start filling up that chat window. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Seems like 5 people might be watching. Hello, Pretty Vacant. Lovely to see you as well. Thank you for joining. I wonder if some of the people were waiting before I even started. You might hear a little dog bark at some point during the live stream. Right now, she's sleeping on the floor behind me. Hi there, Jenny. Thanks for joining. Hi, CF. I know too well what schizophrenia is, sadly, but I keep on keeping on. Yes, Pretty Vacant, that's what we do. I do not have a dog, but someone is visiting right now, and they brought a dog with them, and they've been staying a few days. It's been a lot of fun to have a dog energy right here. There's also a cat, actually. I didn't mention her because you probably won't hear her, but how am I coping with the current issues happening? Pretty Vacant. Is there a particular issue you're talking about? There's like lots of issues going on, right? I don't know. I don't necessarily focus on current events in my channel, but I'm aware of lots of stuff going on. So I'm curious what you mean in particular. Hi, Hannah. Jenny Edwards, Schizophrenia Fellowship. Yes, we're in this together. The lockdown. Oh, yes. Well, I've been working from home since 2017, and I work in education for an educational company. So my work, and the educational company is software. So it's their business has gone up since last year, and my work has continued pretty steadily or even grown a little bit incrementally. And I've been able to adapt to requiring to be at home more often pretty well. I'm lucky in that regard. So yeah, it has been going on for so long. So I see a bunch of people in the chat, a bunch of people watching, and the number there. Feel free to ask more questions if you have any, because that keeps me going. I have to make it up off the top of my head if I don't have questions. I think in history, there's been a lot of pandemics over the last 150 years, and a lot of them have been historically really, really, really scary. And it's something that happens once in a while, it seems, especially with societies that call themselves civilization, but are actually more brute than that. And those cultures have seen these outbreaks or pandemics or whatever. So it's bound to change, and things that were like the flu, the common flu, its longer name is influenza, and the first big outbreak of influenza is a different register in history than what we think of as the common flu. So 20 years from now, hopefully it's much sooner than that, chances are there'll be a different kind of thing going on, and like whatever coronavirus 19 is, it won't be the same later. I don't know what'll be later, but it won't be the same. So who knows? So it could be a long time. CF, you have a question. How does one deal with the delusions that people with schizophrenia may have? I visit my friend in hospital and they're telling me things I know aren't true. Well, that's a really good question. I suggest listening to the delusions, but not talking about them. Where it's hard to distract a person from their delusions, but if you argue them and tell them how this idea and this idea doesn't match, the delusional brain fights back. And when the delusional brain fights back, it creates a conflict, which, in my opinion, reinforces the delusion and solidifies it. You might be able to get someone in a certain moment, in a certain mood, where they're going to talk about their idea as a possibly delusional, or possibly they were mistaken, or there's confusion. That's possible. And that conversation should be really gentle. But when someone's in the hospital, they're probably more like amped up and hard to control. Their brain at that point, it's more extreme, severe symptoms. So talk with them, talk about other stuff. There's a technique I think my family learned to deal with my delusional speech in early 2000s. When I would get into my delusional ranting, my family would just switch subject, talk about something else, maybe talk about the same set of stuff, but just go somewhere else and not talk about my ideas. And my experience of that was they're not listening to me, but I didn't fight back that. If they did talk about my delusion, as they told me later, that I would get very angry and fly off the handle. So the only way to manage it was to just change the subject, and you can talk about other stuff, build up other parts of their defenses, but don't dissect the delusions. Yeah. I hope that answers you, CF. Yeah. Pretty vacant. The cat's name is Sibeli. Jenny Edwards asking me what star sign am I? I'm Libra, I'll tell you, if you're still paying attention. Jenny Edwards, I spend most of my time in outer space. That's funny. Hey, Iron Fire Horse, welcome. Thanks for joining. Jenny Edwards, do I believe in UFOs? Well, I don't know. I believe the alien is deeper within than we think. Do I believe in psychiatrists or God? I believe some psychiatrists have good theories. I don't know if all theories are good. Not all theories are equal, for sure. And about God, it's a complex subject. I don't know if I believe, but I don't know either. Yeah. Hey, Zen, what is a possible memory where you started to break through the delusions and realize you were seeing things that weren't there? Kind of like I'd have some delusional content, have some delusional thinking, and then maybe months to years later, I would reflect and remember the delusion, and go, huh, recently I've thought something else about that subject. So that other idea must be like one or two of the ideas must be wrong if they're in like contradiction to each other. This is a right hand, this is a left hand, and that's like really factual. I can't do this with two right hands, right? Like, so these are like reality constraints, right? So reality constraints mean that like when an idea to the self contradicts one of the own ideas to your head and you're aware of a contradiction, then the mind does something where it goes, oh, maybe I was wrong. What was right? What was the wrong idea? And like, you might not have the right answer, but you're going to have some memory where you start to break through the delusions, like you ask. So, yeah. Iron Fire Horse. I agree. It's not really the time to win arguments. Correct. I agree. You just won that argument, Iron Fire Horse. Fair, square, and simple. Good point. Just being diplomatic. Yeah, just being diplomatic is a good way to interact with someone who's delusional, someone who's resistant, and like, yeah, you have to be really careful how you tread the ideas. Jenny Edwards, schizophrenia is genius. I think it might connect to it. I don't know about that. Like, I think there's a lot of people with hallucinations and delusions that don't think of themselves as genius, and they might see things. Everyone sees things uniquely. Everyone has value, and some people are very wordy. Some people are very scientific, mathematical. Some people are very intuitive. Some people are very good communicators, even if they don't use huge words. So it's like there's all sorts of different aspects of intelligence that, like, schizophrenia by itself is not genius, but like genius is like how people feel to one another rather than like an objective standard, I think. Libra full moon now. Yes, Jenny Edwards, I actually knew that. And yeah, the sun is in Aries, which is opposite Libra. So the moon's on the other side of the earth and the sun. It's in the nighttime right now. Jenny Edwards, reality rules big time. Yes. It's so funny because Zen asks or says, it's so funny because your hands are reversed from my point of view. So your left hand looks like your right hand. Or is it my left hand that looks like my right hand? Which side am I on? It's funny. So you did indeed have two right hands. That's funny. Pretty vacant. I have a funny story. For a year, I was telling people my cat was being occasionally replaced. Come to find out it was true. What? There was an identical blue Russian cat showing up for food and love. That's hilarious. That's good. Well, I'm going to keep the live stream to about 15 minutes. I have a minute and 15 left. There's Lacey, the pup. Hey, Lacey. It's okay. Lacey, come here. Here's Lacey. It's okay, Lacey. Aww. Aww. Dogs are good for schizophrenics and anyone with a mind. Hey, Iron Fire Horse. It's not my pup. It's my partner's pup who's visiting for a bit right now. Okay, I got 20 seconds left before the 15-minute cutoff that I'm going to do. Aw. He's relaxing now. Okay, thanks, everyone. I'm going to tune out now. Peace.